Hey everybody, welcome to chapter 7. We are approaching towards the end of our book. Can you believe that? You've already been through 6 other videos. I hope you have. And I hope you've been leaving comments, and I hope you've been asking good questions, and I hope you've been commenting on other comments that other people make, and kind of and getting into a conversation with other people about what they think or feel. Not arguing, by the way. There'll be no arguing. There'll just be comments and being nice and all that kind of good stuff, and we'll play fair and love each other, no matter who you are on here. Just love each other. Be patient with one another. It's all good. And so here we are, chapter 7, Divine Disturbance, a faith outside the comfort zone. And boy, let me tell you what, this is one of my favorite chapters. Let me tell you why. When I was, many of your guys' age, when I was 19 years old, I believe I was, or 19 or 20, I wound up, well, when I was 18, I tried to go to college. You know, I thought that was the way, the academic route was the way to get what I needed to get, you know, in life, to be a pastor, do all those things. And I did that for a whole 3 months. Can you believe that? You say, Paul, I'm so shocked that you even made it that long. Well, that may be true. But for me, those 3 months were a tough lesson in trying to figure life out. And so what I did was I shipped myself off to a place called the Master's Commission. It was the first and only Master's Commission in the country. Today there are a few hundred of them across the country. And what I did was I drove all the way from Florida, Vero Beach, Florida, to Phoenix, Arizona, my beat up Ford Galaxy with vinyl seats and no air and a black top across New Mexico and Texas and all that, and through Phoenix and all that stuff. And it was hot. Let me just say, hot. And for me, I needed a divine disturbance. The academic route wasn't going to work for me. The sitting in a classroom, if you know me at all, you know that sitting there and just kind of just whatever would probably not work for me, and I'd probably get thrown out of the class anyway. But I needed something that was going to test my faith, something that I was going to believe in my heart that I was going to do, and something I was going to go for and just make it happen. And I said, look, I'm going to go to Master's Commission. I'm going to learn how to be a disciple of Jesus. I'm going to go out and serve. I'm going to do all things. And let me tell you what, it laid pretty much the entire foundation of what I believe about ministry, about serving, about life, and it was a powerful, powerful experience. But let's get on with the chapter. The chapter here we go into, Steve Jobs has a couple of quotes here at the beginning. He says, intense love does not measure, it just gives. And then Steve Jobs says, the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. And I am one of those people. I'm one of those people that believes I can change things, and I can change, not necessarily change lives, but change culture, change the atmosphere in a room where it would inspire people to seek beyond themselves and to be greater. There's so many good quotes in this Divine Disturbance section. It mentions a part here that when Steve Jobs was passing away, he'd start looking into the air and he'd go, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. And those were literally his final words. And you know what? We wait too long to have those oh wow experiences. We wait too long on our deathbed. I mean, that was his oh wow experience, with God. And I'm saying that, you know what? We can have an oh wow experience long before our deathbed if we would simply get out of our comfort zone and do something and try those things and put ourselves out there, even if we don't know what we're doing, even if we don't feel like we're equipped enough to do it. You know what? I was nowhere equipped enough to be a disciple of Jesus. I just shipped myself out there and hope for the best, hope it worked out. You know what? And some of you are doing the same thing, is going to college. And I love to tell you something. I don't bag on college at all. College is awesome. If you're in college, stay in college. If you're not in college and you're trying to work your way out of some things, work out some issues and things, do what you got to do. I think both trails, both paths can lead to the same oh wow experience in college and in real life experiences, or whatever you want to call those. For me, my oh wow came from taking that journey and just continually living in that journey of trusting God and sticking myself and putting myself in places that are uncomfortable for me to be in. Let me carry on with the book here, and hopefully you have bought the book. If you have not bought the book, let me encourage you to do so. Don't forget to be making some comments. Ask yourself this: when was the last time you put yourself in a difficult position on purpose and leapt out in faith? When have you been like Peter and gotten out of the boat and walked on the water to Jesus because you felt like you had a calling in your life to do that, and you went full on? You just said, look, I just believe that's what God's called me to do, and that's what I'm going to do. Have you had that oh wow moment yet? You haven't? It's okay. It'll come. as long as you're pursuing it, as long as you're doing it, you're going to find that oh wow moment. So leave a comment below and say, look, what is your oh wow moment? Maybe you've had it, maybe you've had it, maybe you're looking for it. Maybe you want to know, how do I get an oh wow moment? You know what? You get out of your comfort zone. Part of having a firsthand faith is stepping out, because that's what Jesus did with his disciples, constantly putting them in scenarios and positions where they were going to have to ask hard questions, and they were going to have to trust God, with all their heart. The world I've been, some of you have been on maybe a missions trip with me or something like that, and I've been with kids in El Salvador, Mexico, Bahamas, local trips, North Carolina, Life for Youth Camp, other places like that where I'm taking kids, and kids have had to trust God for money. Kids have had to trust God for the ability to do something powerful. They've had to trust God for all kinds of things. And so, part of that is you don't have to go on a mission trip. Is a great way, by the way, to do that. You don't have to go out of the country to have an oh wow experience. You don't have to do anything except step out in those places where you feel like, this is going to be a challenge, but I'm up for it. I believe God's going to help me, and I'm going to trust God for doing it. I'm going through those right now. I'm doing my best to step out into areas that I don't know if I'm, what my comfort level is, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway. But ask yourself a few of those questions. Talk about your oh wow moment below, and then, share it with other people. Anyway, so here's a quote at the end of the book here I want to share. It says, being involved with a ministry to help homeless women and children has helped me mature in my faith in God. When I am with the people there, I try to see Jesus in them, because I believe that when we help a homeless person, it is like we are helping Jesus. Matthew 25:34-40. Serving with this ministry has given me a passion for the poor, which has enabled me to give me a voice with them within my denomination. Everything is local. You can have an oh wow moment local, just helping in a food kitchen. You can help, at your local church. You can help me if you're local and you want to help in youth ministry. I'll put you out there. I'll help. I'll make you stamp out in faith. You may not want. You'll be going, oh wow. You may be saying something else. I don't know. But let me just tell you this: if you're looking, you can find your oh wow moments if you want to have them. Okay? They're not way out there somewhere. They're right here. They're right here. When you're ready to do them, you'll step out in faith and do them. I want to read a little poem from. Actually, the poem's at the beginning of the book, but I felt like it would be a good ending. It says this, and it's from, the poem is from Sir Francis Drake, the famous 16th century adventurer, and it's a great little poem here. It says, disturb us, O Lord, when we are too pleased with ourselves, when our dreams have come true, because we dream too little, when we arrive safely, because we sailed too close to the shore. Disturb us, Lord, when with the abundance of things we possess, we have lost our thirst for the waters of life. Having fallen in love with life, we have ceased to dream of eternity. And in our efforts to build a new earth, we have allowed our vision of a new heaven to dim. Disturb us, Lord, to dare more boldly, to venture on wilder seas, where storms will show your mastery, where losing sight of land, we shall find the stars. And you know what? That's a great prayer. Can you pray that prayer? Lord, disturb me. In fact, I want you to leave a comment below and just start your prayer this way and say, Lord, disturb me. Disturb me. Challenge my status quo. Challenge my abundance. Challenge everything I trust. I put my trust in. And Lord, disturb me. Finish that sentence down below. Lord, disturb me. What a great poem. What a great way. And that's the end of chapter 7. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it's challenged your heart a little bit. Don't forget to go out and buy the book. I don't get any money for buying if you buy the book or don't buy the book. But the book is good enough that you should go through it, research it yourself, get a little more in-depth with it, and you will find good stuff in there. So thank you for joining me for chapter 7. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to ask questions. All this is not just about commenting, but feel free to ask questions and even challenge me if you need to and say, look, I'm going to push back on that a little bit, Paul, and I want to know what you think about this or that. So anyway, enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the very last chapter, chapter 8. See you then.